So why don't you tell just a little bit about your trip to Mongolia, like what you did, where you were, those kind of things.
I went to the capital city of Mongolia, which is Ulaanbaatar, which they just call it UB. And I was there for 6 weeks this summer teaching English. But to teach the actual English part, we were about an hour and a half outside of the city in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. So very rustic to say the absolute least. But it was a ton of fun and it was awesome.
What story you had to tell everybody about your experience in Mongolia? What's the best one?
Oh man, I think just there are a lot of good stories, but I think all of them tie into one thing, and it's just the people there are unlike people. I mean, they are not like the people here.
Awesome.
Like Mongolia is just, it's known for its like overwhelming hospitality. And it's kind of just like known throughout the whole country. And people don't believe me when I say this, but like I could have gone throughout the city and knocked on anyone's door and stayed at their house for as long as I needed to, and they would have just taken care of me, and it would have been nothing. It would have been totally natural because they are just like naturally hospitable. It's part of their culture. And like one thing that I like to tell people is they don't even have a word that's equivalent to the word please, because it's just like if someone asks you for something, why would you not just give and give, is kind of like just the way that they are. And so I was just really shocked by that because I mean just everyone that I interacted with, it's just everything's about what they can do for you. What can I do for you? How can I help you? How can I make you feel comfortable? And I feel like people here, I mean, there are people like that, but it's most of us have the, like if we're going in somewhere, we're like, okay, what can I get out of this? And it's just the total opposite there. And every story that I have is linked back to a person just being like overwhelmingly accepting, loving, hospitable, and just, I mean, I felt like I was being treated like royalty, and it wasn't because I was an American, it wasn't because I was a Christian, it was just because that's how they treat people there. It was awesome.
Did it change the way you think about mission work or what you think about missions, both here at home and abroad?
It did, yeah. I think it's there, people are so open to, I don't know, like they were curious, like they wanted to know about God. And it was really neat. And most of the people in Mongolia like have heard of Jesus or God because Christianity is like the fastest growing religion in the country. But there's still this like weird tension because they link religion to their culture, and so there's this big movement like if you're not Buddhist or shamanism, which is like similar to what our Native Americans are, like you're not real Mongolian. And so there's like this weird conflict there, but there's really no like major persecution or like people aren't skeptical of Christianity like they are here. And it's just like they're very open and willing to learn about what you have to say, and it's just a really cool culture. It's a neat place. So.